Hi, everybody. I'm Amanda. Welcome to my channel. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. Um, so today has been better than yesterday. um, so I just kind of want to give some updates as to what's going on. I'm just getting this. Hold on just a second. Um, okay, hold on. Let's see. I got to get, for some reason, my chat has to do pop up rather than on the side. It's been screwing up. Me too, starting to feel like I'm not in a great place mentally anymore, just really run down and not feeling capable of keeping myself safe. It's that's definitely, I feel safe for myself, but I had to, for those of you who don't know, I had somebody staying with me and I had to ask her to leave. And that was difficult. It was really, really difficult, especially in the midst of everything going on. It has been definitely kind of a journey, and oh, just a second. Can you guys hear? Are you guys? Is the chat even working? Um, anyhow, it's been extremely difficult having somebody, going through something in your space, and it's been it's been difficult. And then one thing I can't have around me is active addiction. Um, and so I had to, make some choices, you know, to try to get her help. And it just didn't work. And there was really nothing I could do about that. So I'm really kind of dealing with not only that, but I am seriously, physically, absolutely okay. It was working. Okay. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. Yeah, having some technical difficulties as usual because I don't know anything. Hi, True Serenity. Um, so it was really hard having to ask her to leave. It's been difficult. I'm not used to having people in my space. I'm kind of a private person. I really need calm around me, and I need my environment to be very chill. And it was definitely, and it definitely, she was not disrespectful or anything else. She's struggling. And so there was really nothing that I could do except try to get her into a shelter or a rehab. And I did want to talk about that. I don't, shelters, there's nowhere to send anybody. And this whole call 211 thing, are you freaking kidding me? It was a Sunday. They were closed. So then I called non-emergency police department because they're supposed to have the NAV team. And they gave me the actual like phone number to 211 after I told them that 211 already was closed. It was a whole mess. And it was very difficult. Hey, Maddie. I am very blessed and grateful, though. I have been getting, care packages, messages of love, messages of encouragement, and that has been really keeping me going. Just messages of positivity, encouragement, and having people check up on me has been amazing. So now that today was the first day that she was gone fully. I still have her dog, though, that I will watch until she gets a tent and sleeping bag, which right now, it was a very, very, it just sucks. It was such a bad time for her to make this choice. Like, it really is. And you can't stop somebody from blatantly, you have to have boundaries at some point. And so it just sucks because I'm worried, and I'm worried and I am nervous and I hope that she stays safe throughout all this. Um, so I'm coming down and just trying to be like, okay, process everything, calm everything, have everything just be kind of chill. Um, I have made some homemade granola, and luckily though, I did after she did leave, I introduced the dogs right away, and so they're socialized and getting along and chilling together. So that's wonderful. That was definitely a positive. Um, I have been making masks after masks after masks. And I think I told you guys in one of my previous vlogs that I put a thing downstairs and it just says, if you need a mask, take one. I am so sick of the glare. But it's, if you need a mask, take one. And so, one thing I'm going to say is to all of you who have sewing machines and you know, able to do this, wonderful. What I'm going to ask though, ask for don't, there's people with clothes that they don't wear that are willing, ask for donations of fabric, ask for donations of thread, but don't sell them. This is a critical need right now. And I would rather see people lending to the effort. If you're okay and you don't need it and you're not like, it's again, we shouldn't be profiting off of life-saving necessities. Like, find another gig. And I've seen people come across my feeds of, yeah, I got these many masks and I'm gonna sell them. Quit it, quit it. I just can't even. Just stop. Like, just be okay and make sure others are okay, and we will all get through this. This is not the time to feed off of another's vulnerability. So I'm asking that if you have the ability to make masks and you have material that can be donated, please just make them. Just make them. And I promise you that when you do good and you put things out there and it comes back. I promise. I tell my kids this, it comes back. I don't know how, I don't know why it works, but it does. If you put good out and you do things to help your world, it really does come back and you'll be okay. So that's what I have to say about that. It's been, I guess I'm just tired. I am, there's nothing I can do other than make masks. I'm thinking about like maybe making sandwiches and stuff for Laura to hand out too. But it's a very helpless position to know that, you know, every without leadership and support opening up housing, there's just tons of unhoused, displaced people that are going to die. And there is nothing we can, like, there's nothing I can do about it. And I took a hit, even though I know that if you offer somebody help, if I offer somebody help and it's not enough, it doesn't mean that the help wasn't appreciated or wasn't, the person wasn't grateful. It just wasn't the right help for them at the time. It's still really, because you want it to be. If I'm helping somebody, I want it to be enough. And it just really sucks when it's not. So I am coping with all of those feelings and processing. I am, though, however, as guilty as I say it, I'm very thankful to have my space back. I didn't know how upset I really was at my environment not being calm, and so I didn't realize that I needed time to, that was a lot of the issues with my executive functioning and why I wasn't able to focus and why I wasn't able to, and it has nothing to do with that person and that them being at fault at all. It has to do with I'm mentally ill and there are things that for my health and my well-being that I need, and I can't put those things. I remind myself of this like all the time, and and every time though, it just, if I can, I always try to be that somebody. It just hurts when you can't be. Um, but it also, on another level, kind of scares me. And, and I know it's completely different. This is, one of my street kids in my space, but it also worries me that, like, am I never ever going to be able to handle anybody like long term in my space? Because usually it's like maybe a visit that I can handle or whatever. And I hope that, I'm not becoming this completely isolated person. Like, I still want to be outgoing and giving. And so I'm feeling all the emotions right now. And I just wanted to come on and touch base and let everybody know that I'm okay. I'm doing good. I feel good. I hurt because I'm off my arthritis medicine, of course. So my whole body is kind of undergoing this. I'm having to get my tolerance up, I guess, for a certain amount of pain all the time, and that's really kind of difficult. And I stopped two of my medications, so I'm on my main ones, but there's two that I thought maybe could go, and so I'm working through everything. I'm gonna address some comments now. Let's see. Um, Hi, CVT. Alexander, hello. John, I need a hug and a nap. I do. And what's funny is, and Gypsy got a hold of me earlier today to make sure I was okay. And she's like, and she's like, what's going on? And I was like, it's just a bunch of BS. I can't explain it. And she's like, well, if you need anything, help walking the dogs. Thank you, Kayak Excursions, and happy belated birthday. um, so she came up, and I vented, um, because she knows me really well, and probably best out of most people. And so I kind of vented, and as she was leaving, because she was worried, so she has like full mask and everything else, and I'm just like, and so I started to cry, and she's like, I can't hug you, and I go, I know, and it's because usually I'm not real huggy. I'm not like a real huggy kind of person, and it surprised me that I missed it so much. But she took the dogs out for me. um, let's see. Yes. Thank you, Megan. I love you too, Maddie. You got a big, wonderful heart. I try. Life isn't perfect for anyone. That is true. It's not perfect, but I mean, it really couldn't be, or we'd never learn anything. Like, I definitely wouldn't be me if my life had been perfect. I can't imagine the kind of person I would be. Um, let's see. It's a blessing you're doing better than most that are not. That is true. I know how you feel about having certain medication available to us. Yeah, but I'm grateful. The thing is I'm grateful to have medical care. Even if I have to be off of one of my medications, at least it's been offered to me. And there was a time in my life where that wasn't, an option. And so having the ability to, when after this is over, still have good health care is really important for me. Ah, sorry, my nose is now running because my face is leaking. It happens when I'm emotional. Really, like I wonder what we were talking about earlier about circumstances make me really take notice and appreciate the people who are good in the world. You're one of them. Thank you. I appreciate that, Megan. You're one of mine too, and I love you. I hope my healing videos help you in some way. It's okay to feel the way you do. Let it out. Don't hold it in. I know, and I'm probably gonna need. I'm not even gonna lie. I probably need to just cry it out for like an hour. But for as emotional as I am, I don't like crying. I don't. It really. I try to anytime like my brain will go to your face is gonna leak. I'm like no. I would much rather laugh. I would much rather smile. And so I do try to distract myself. I will find stand up comedy. Um, I'm watching right now, what is it? BuzzFeed Unsolved True Crime episodes. And it's actually pretty funny. like, um, let's see, Dawn. I have mental illness and I know I'm better when I am alone. I do not process this other people's stuff very well. Exactly. That's exactly. I don't know how to process other. I tend to be, I don't know what to do. I mean, because I already know that there are situations you're just not going to make anybody feel better. And so I don't like doing you know, I don't know. I just, it's very different to, I don't even remember how I did it before. And I don't think I did it very well. And I think now, the more time that has gone on and with my brain injuries the way they are, I think that it is just a thing. And it takes me a lot of time to be comfortable around another human being. And when somebody else is going through something that I feel can be very simple to solve, I can be rather harsh. And I try to not do that. I do. I try so hard. But sometimes I can be very matter of fact rather than processing the other person's emotions. And I'll try to get better. For the most part, like out and about, I do good with people. So I really measure, but I've said that before too. When it comes to going out, I have to measure my mental illness. I am rapid cycling bipolar. So if I'm in a cycle, I have to make sure that I am in a almost type manic state, or I'm really just not going to, I'm going to not go. I'm not going to be outside interacting unless that's a thing. Um, that's sweet of her to care for your dogs when we can. I'm caring for my mother-in-law, Chihuahua. Yeah, I totally like when she offered to take the dogs down for me, I was like, oh no, I should do it and everything else. And I was like, you know what? I Okay, this is gonna sound messed up, but I actually kind of took pity on myself and was like, I'm gonna take you up on it. Like I don't like pity parties, but I think at that moment when I was like, please, I think I might have been feeling a little pity for myself. Um, it's all right to vent out your frustrations because you can't hold it inside you. True, and I'm not very good at holding things inside. And honestly, that must have been very difficult for Athena to deal with because I am not one to, if I think something, I usually say it um, or feel it or it's right there. And so sometimes I don't weigh that against how that's going to make that person feel. Um, I don't consider that very often. And so I'm learning that there are some things that I need to work on, and I think that's okay. Um, I'm still working on it. I'm still going. I'm still trying. Mm. Thank you so much. I just saw it. Okay. I'm going to address my kayak excursions. Okay. Thank you so much for the donations, by the way. Another thing, though, is I thought that was like perfect. I'm not going to say what it is because, for your viewers, but it was perfect because you have that new grill. And I was like, ha. And because you're way over in across in other states and I'm over here, so the whole state's one. It's like an experience. I actually thought about it. That's what I'm saying. When I am alone walking around and investigating that creation in my happy place. That is one thing I am having trouble with is because I am following all safety guidelines as best as I can. And I belong to so many hiking forums, and I'm seeing people just don't care and go and take these gorgeous shots and gorgeous photography. And I'm just like so butthurt about it. I want to be there. It's spring. Spring in the mountains is, oh my God, beautiful. Like so gorgeous. The absolute amazingness. And it's just absolutely killing me to not killing me. Okay, I'm not going to say that saying in the middle of a pandemic. That is a little ruthless to say. But it sucks. And I wish, you know what? I will be hiking sometimes. So I'm not gonna say I wish I was, hiking right now. I wish everybody could just be doing what they love. What they love. I hope that I really do hope that many people find this time to find things that they love to do. Like find that hobby, that passion that speaks to them. Because I think a lot of people have never had the chance to actually reflect and think about the things that they want to do and the things that they enjoy and what their best life looks like. And there's no better time to think about that than when you can't live any life except the indoor life. And for us homebodies, that's totally cool. But, for people who are not so much, it's that's got to be difficult. And I think it's neat too. You're seeing, like for me, I'm seeing a lot more people experiment with art, like painting, drawing. I know one of my friends is singing more, and I think that's absolutely amazing. I am a big fan of just belting it out. Uh, so I found that wonderful, and so it's been good. Um, so, does anybody have any questions or any comments or anything before I go? I am going to try to get some amazing pictures of this moon. I don't know. I haven't been able to so far. Um, Mainly because I'm using a new lens and I didn't do any kind of background on how to shoot a moon pic on the right settings. And so I'm flying by the seat of my pants. So I'm learning more about my own craft as well. And hopefully I'll get some good pictures up. But I also, now that I am spending time in the house, it's going to be much easier to set the camera up on tripod and maybe do like a vlog of like me during the day. So, oh, aloha, Erin. Everybody that's listening is staying safe, taking this seriously, due diligence, keeping each other safe, getting what they need. It's really one thing that I will say about communities, definitely, support your local food banks. And if you need help at this, if you need help, please, for the love of everything, ask. Get out there what you need, okay? There are people that care. There are people that are looking out for each other. And I know from personal experience that sometimes it can feel very shameful asking for help, but it's not. And don't be. Just just ask and be help for others if possible. Let's see. You will learn to take beautiful pictures. I'm sure that I have to say, I do love my photography. I'm pretty good, but there are shots that, for example, like Milky Way photography that I'd like to do, and stuff where you're stacking or doing layers that really do take a lot more learning and time, and I am going to enjoy it. I took some really good ones of Sajal and Rowan, and they're on my Instagram. And if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, it's let me try to balance my coffee here and type at the same time. On IG. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Hi, Juade. So anyway, guys, I am going to get going here. I appreciate you all, and we'll get through this. We're all going to get through this. It's going to be all right. We're doing great. Chris. Hey, Chris. Happy Easter. Oh, that's what I should do. I should do some Easter baking because that's always fun. You can make things with shapes and stuff. I enjoy doing that. There's like all the things that I could be doing, and now I have my space back, so I can do all the stuff that needs doing. And hopefully I can get out a few more paintings too. Which kayak excursions, I got some printer ink, so I will be mailing your painting that you bought this week. Okay, guys, I appreciate you sending so much love, and I will talk to you later. Bye, Dawn. Oh, I'm having issues again. Oh my.